Hey everybody, so today is election day, which means you're probably going to be encountered with some controversial opinions. We're faced with those all day, every day, but it seems like even more so and in more extreme quantities on any kind of election day. So I'm going to try to make the most uncontroversial statement of all time right here. Food is good. Right? I think anyone can say that food is good, or the purpose of food is good, right? Food gives us energy to go about our day. It provides us the nutrients to live life that we need. And more so than that, just the natural sustenance of life. For me, food brings a lot of pleasure. I like the taste of good food. And it also sometimes alleviates boredom if I have something to snack on, whether I should be snacking or not. But food is good. I enjoy food. So a couple years ago, though, I was at a hotel. I was traveling for work, and they had their standard hotel breakfast. But the guy I was with, he wasn't about those hotel breakfasts. So he's like, hey, we're going to go across the street, and we're going to get a nice breakfast. And so the first day we go there, I'm still used to hotel breakfast, so I get a waffle. He gets steak and eggs. Now, I'm a couple years out of college, still working on this whole being an adult thing. I'm like, wow, that is an adult's breakfast. Like, that's when you've made it, when you were having steak for breakfast. So the next day, we go back to this place. I get the steak and eggs, of course. That looks good. I'm an adult now. And he gets a waffle. Should have been the first sign to me that this man changed his order to a more basic thing, that maybe there's a question I could have asked him about it. But I didn't. I got the steak and eggs. I'm really proud of myself. Steak and eggs comes out, and what I get is about a 1/4 inch thick slice of meat that has been so overcooked that it is hard to cut with a knife. And so I'm trying to chew down this steak with my eggs, realizing that I probably made a mistake, and probably the guy I was with did the day prior, and that's why he got something different today. Now, if I add a little context to this story, we went from a Holiday Inn to a Waffle House, right? So when I talk about these hotel breakfasts, and I talk about getting steak and eggs, like, wow, that's high level breakfast right there, steak and eggs. But when I mentioned that I went to a Waffle House, it probably stirred up some thoughts in your head of the quality of the food, right? Because not just does it matter what I am trying to consume, or if I am trying to consume energy and nutrients, what matters a lot is the source of that food, the source of the sustenance that I'm trying to bring in. That really affects the quality, not just from how my body can actually absorb those nutrients, but also just from a sense of pleasure and enjoyment that I have in that moment. And I think in life, we get told so many things by so many different sources on how to live our lives, on how to be happy, on how to be fulfilled. But we don't always question the source of that information, the source that we're getting our life sustenance from. So ask yourself, where are you getting your sustenance from? Your energy for the day, where does that come from? We read in the Bible, we see in John 4, Jesus is talking to the Samaritan woman at the well. And he says that there is a water that I can provide to you, that you will never be thirsty again, because it will well up like a spring inside of you. Jesus is saying, I am the source of your sustenance. I can provide nourishment for you that continues on and on and on. Later in John 6:35, we see Jesus telling the apostles that I, Jesus, am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never hunger again, and whoever believes in me will never thirst again. Jesus is saying, I am that sustenance. And not only am I a steak and egg breakfast, I'm a steak and egg breakfast from Ruth's Chris, right? I am not your Waffle House variety, because what I provide is not just pleasant, but it also brings the nourishment and the sustenance that you need in your life. So ask yourself today, where am I getting my sustenance? Where am I getting the energy, the nourishment to continue day by day to move on? And if you are settling for anything less than the highest quality sustenance that is the Word of God and belief in Jesus Christ, I'm telling you, there is more out there. You don't have to settle for the Waffle House steak and eggs breakfast. So where are you getting your sustenance today?